What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we traveled here to the flight range, trained with Teba for a little bit, and now I think we're just about ready to go and take on Divine Beast Vah Medoh. So, Teba, my man, are you ready? Let's do this. Okay, it's time to face Divine Beast Vah Medoh. Normal arrows won't put a dent in those cannons. You'll need to hit them with bomb arrows. These are a precious commodity, so don't expect me to do this again, but take these bomb arrows. Alright, and he gives us 20 of them. Those will help a lot. Also, it'll be cold up there. You'll want to prepare a warm meal or bring some warm clothes. Don't you worry about it, I'm ready. Alright, but let me ask you something. Why are you doing this? Why risk your life to bring down Medoh? Well, to rescue Zelda. Zelda? But that's the name of the princess Rivali served 100 years ago at Hyrule Castle. I don't know what she has to do with Divine Beast Vah Medoh, but whatever. As long as you're helping me bring down Medoh, your motivation is fine by me. Right. Get on. Alright, it's showtime. Man, even I feel like I'm going to freeze up here. There's Divine Beast Vah Medoh. It has its barrier up again. What a pain. What's wrong, Link? Too scared to talk? Let's go over the plan. You see those cannons? I'll draw their fire. While I'm doing that, use your bomb arrows to destroy the cannons. Got it so far? If you need to withdraw for a bit, just spread your cloth and float straight up in the updraft for a while. I'll take that as a sign that we need to regroup. Don't bother aiming for anything covered by Medoh's barrier. It's impenetrable. And whatever you do, don't get close enough to touch it. And finally, I know I've said this a few times already, but don't forget your cold protection. We can move whenever you're ready. Alright, let's go. Alright. Now go blow up those cannons.
You got it.
And we're off on our own. So yes, another one of these segments where we need to break into the Divine Beast, if you will. So we need to remove this barrier, which is pretty straightforward. The best way to do this is to destroy all 4 of these cannons. So getting close, make sure you use your bomb arrows and just blow them up. Each cannon does take 2 hits. So we're going to travel back around and grab that one right before we finish it off. So let's just travel to the next one. Now, I like how Teba said he would draw the fire from the cannons for us, but he really doesn't exactly do a good job of that. So if the cannon's aiming at you, just travel in one direction, either up or down by falling, and the cannon should miss you, even if you do get pretty close to it. So it's really nothing to worry about. Honestly, this whole segment is kind of easy and not nearly as interesting as Vah Ruta was. Vah Ruta, I think, is one of my favorite, intro to the Divine Beast segments. But this one, it's pretty dang good in its own regard. It's definitely a lot of fun. And I just really like the scale of, these battles. They're really interesting and a unique way to start each of the temples. Now, once we get inside, you'll notice that Vah Medoh is kind of easy. It's not exactly a hard temple at all. So, if you are struggling with this game, I probably would recommend going to this temple first. And man, I missed. That is not good. Do yourself a favor and try and conserve as many of these bomb arrows as you possibly can. And dang, that extra stamina really helped out because I was able to fire 2 arrows in that slow-mo segment instead of just 1. But, yeah, as I was saying, bomb arrows are going to be really, really useful against, the boss of this temple. So try and conserve as many of them as you possibly can. And that's also why, like, I bought a few of them back in Rito Village before I came here, just because I knew I was going to use them for the boss fight of this temple. Alright, so let's keep just carefully approaching this cannon. We're almost close enough. And now we should be able to use our slow motion to just take out this cannon. So sweet! Only one more to go, and it's already half dead. So I probably could have taken out that cannon like right when we started. But also, I'm used to like doing this fight with only the normal stamina wheel, so I kind of didn't think that I could hit it twice without, you know, recharging or anything like that, which is sort of why I just let it be. But whatever, I gotta remember now that I do have a stamina upgrade, so I'm good to go. And thankfully, it's not even targeting us, so there it goes. We are done.
Well done, Link. That thing is history. Link. It looks like I got hit pretty good back there. I think I need to get back to the flight range. I just hope that I can make it back. You head down to Meadow. Good luck. It's all you.
Aw, man. I sure hope Tubba's gonna be okay. I really do like his character a lot, so hopefully he'll be fine. We'll check on him after we get done with this Divine Beast, because we got more important things to do, and I'm sure he wouldn't want us, like, worrying about him anyway. Travel gate registered to map.
Well now, I've seen that face before. I had a feeling you would show up eventually, but making me wait 100 years is a bit indulgent. You're here to wrest control of Meadow away from Ganon, correct? If so, then the first thing you'll want to do is find yourself a map. That guidance stone has the information for the layout of this Divine Beast. Can you make it there?
Don't you question my abilities, Revali. I can get the map, no problem. Before we go and grab that, though, right behind where you start is actually a chest that we can get without really doing much of anything. Whoops, jumped right into that. I meant to jump over it, but whatever. You can also just, like, shoot the eye to get rid of all the malice. But inside this chest is what we came here for. It is a sapphire, so yeah, definitely worth your time to come and get. Now that we got that, though, let's head inside the Divine Beast and get that map. So, yes, as I was saying, this is the easiest of the Divine Beasts, at least in my opinion. So we're probably going to rush through here, like, as quickly as we can. Let's start by shooting that eye. That way we can get rid of this, like, first section of malice. And, now we basically have a straight shot to the map. Once we sort of activate the map and see where all the terminals are, you'll sort of understand why this is the easiest Divine Beast, because this area is kind of small in general, but there's really not a whole lot stopping us from going from one terminal to the next one, like, almost instantly. So you can activate them all, like, within a very short amount of time, and that Guardian was no trouble at all. And I'll leave the spear there just because it's probably not that good, so I really don't need it. Alright, let's get this map. Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling map of Divine Beast. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, all the terminals are basically in a straight line across the wings. Divine Beast controls have been enabled.
You'll need to look closely at your map of the Divine Beast. The terminals that will activate Medoh are marked by those glowing points. You'll need to activate all of the terminals to take back control. Think you're up to it?
Oh, don't you even worry about it, Revali. I can handle myself, my man. Alright, so yeah, since like all the terminals are in a straight line down the wings, there's really no discovery or searching involved. In fact, this entire Divine Beast is relatively small in the grand scheme of things. Like, none of the Divine Beasts are really all that large. But I would say this one is probably the smallest. Like, even Vah Medoh had more to see and explore in it. This one's just fairly open, and really the wings are the only areas with, like, things that you'll need to figure out inside. Alright, let's kill this guy, though, because I'm pretty sure he's guarding a chest. Yes, indeed he is, so let's open this and get ourselves an ancient shaft. Not bad. So, the Divine Beasts are a little bit different than, like, traditional Zelda temples are, if you will, because in a traditional temple, obviously it's much larger, there's bigger spaces to move around in, and generally speaking, you're searching for keys to unlock doors to reach different areas. Also, yeah, this Divine Beast, like, the controls allow you to tilt it to either the left or the right, or of course just level it out like it was originally, and when you do that, you can sort of, use your paraglider to access different parts of the Divine Beast, so that's essentially how you're going to be traveling across from the left wing to the right wing and stuff like that. It's pretty straightforward. Let me actually real quick do everything in this room. So we're going to start by killing that malice up there. I believe that one would actually spawn some enemies, but we didn't get close enough. And also, it does drop a chest. So let's see what's inside this bad boy real quick, huh? And we got 10 ice arrows. Not bad. I will take that. Okay, so allow me to explain what's going on here real quick. First things first, we need to activate this switch because, yes, wind will blow on both of those turbines. Now what we can do is use magnesis to hold this turbine in place. And those turbines lifted up those gates, and you may have noticed that there was like a battering ram thing that slid backwards, so you want to reverse the tilt of this Divine Beast. That way the battering ram has like enough momentum built up to slam into that switch over there, activate the door, and allow us access to the first terminal. So any second it should slide by, and bam, there we go. Now if for whatever reason it doesn't build up enough momentum, you can actually use stasis on it, hit it a couple of times with a blunt object, and it should be able to hit that switch in. Anyways, here's our first terminal. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
There are 4 terminals remaining. Still a ways to go.
Okay, so to go back to what I was saying about, like, traditional Zelda temples versus the Divine Beasts, the point I was trying to make is that, yes, while typical Zelda temples are much larger and have sort of more to see and do, I think the concentration and quality of the puzzles in the Divine Beasts are a little bit better and more thought-provoking, if you will, but it's sort of unfair to compare the two because they're generally different in both their purpose and how they're designed. So while you could say, yes, this game does have weak temples, I really kind of think it's unfair to even classify the Divine Beasts as temples. It's kind of like they're two different things. Anyways, Ancient Core, definitely worth picking up. And now, this will allow us access to, like, 2 more terminals. So, let's fly up here real quick. And, I want to get rid of all this malice before it starts spawning a bunch of enemies. So, that should be good. And can I actually get this chest now? I might have screwed myself. No, I didn't. Heck yeah, baby. Alright, what's inside? Chest number, whatever this is. Oh, it's just a claymore. And I can't even store it. You know what? I actually don't even want that weapon, so not a huge deal. Let's get rid of these guys real quick. And now, our next terminal is right up there. So, let's go back up to the top of this area and, reverse the tilt again of this Divine Beast. That way we can sort of glide down right into it. But, yeah, get used to, like, tilting it back and forth occasionally just because you will be doing that to, like, gain the extra height you need to glide into certain areas. And, oh no, I totally did that too early. Crud, I don't even think I can run up here now, can I? No, it's gonna get way too steep. Dang it. Okay, well, I guess that's what I get for trying to do things too fast. So let me try and level this out again real quick. I'll just run up here. Come on, if I can make it quick enough, I can actually just reverse it before it gets, like, all the way down into, like, its position, and then save myself a little bit of time of the wasted time, which isn't really saving time at all. Now I should be able to get into this terminal. Yeah, there we go. Alright, second terminal activated. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
There are 3 terminals remaining. Keep going.
Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. Well, what do you say we keep this going and activate another terminal real quick? So, let's again reverse the tilt completely, and you'll notice that on the other side of this glass, there is a cracked, like, wall of rock or whatever. So, once this thing tilts down all the way, what I'm going to do is use this funnel to toss one of my remote bombs down this track, and the gravity will roll it towards that cracked rock. We can blow it up. You can actually see, like, another cracked rock wall over to the left. So, of course, let's do the same thing again, but the bomb is not going to go to the left on its own. So hit that switch, activate the wind, and blow it up right when it gets there to give us access to this giant metal ball. So now, what we have to do is, again, reverse the entire tilt of this Divine Beast. That's going to cause the metal ball to roll towards us. And, once it gets close, we can actually use magnesis on it. So, any second now. There it comes. And yeah, thankfully we can use magnesis, like, through walls. So let's just bring this back over here. We'll put it, like, right on this track where the bomb was. And guess what? We are reversing the Divine Beast once again. Yeah, kind of interesting, huh? But, this should allow it to garner enough momentum to ram into that switch and unlock the door for us. So, there it goes. And bada bing, bada boom, we are done, baby. Nice. Thank goodness, like, the ball is made out of metal, so you don't need to worry about, like, the wind pushing it around or anything like that. But, yeah, guess what? Here is another terminal already. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
There are 2 terminals remaining. You're almost there.
Wow, you actually sound kind of surprised, Revali. Interesting. Alright, so let's reverse the tilt one more time. And yeah, the last 2, like, terminals are located on the very tips of this Divine Beast's wings. So now, we need to go out there and sort of activate those. And this is actually, like, one of the hardest terminals to activate, and you'll see why in just a second. So, as you might have noticed, there's a gondola sort of heading down towards the tip of the wing. I actually need to reverse the tilt. That way it comes back towards me. Now, here's the hard part. Like, there's a bunch of malice that's sort of blocking our path, and obviously to get rid of it, we need to shoot, like, the giant glowing eyeball. Now, that seems simple enough, and it really, did I mess this up just by not running up there? I am such an idiot. Alright, whatever, let's just, level this thing out, that way I can reach the gondola. And here's, like, the hard part. So, shooting the arrow at this, whoa, Link, do not try and jump off here, my man. Not cool. So I'm pretty sure I can't even hit this thing. Yeah, you have to, like, be moving in order to actually hit the eye. So, the hard part is, doing this as you're moving, because Link has tendency to sort of shoot the top of the gondola for whatever reason. And that's not gonna help at all. I should have swapped bows before. Alright, whatever. Let me just use this, I guess, and hopefully I can do this quick. That is not gonna work. And yeah, see? Exactly. He shot the top of the gondola. Like, your reticule as to where you're aiming doesn't exactly show you an accurate description of where your arrow is going to go. So, even though right now it looks like I'm going to shoot outside this window no problem, I guarantee you I probably won't, or I will and my arrow will just go somewhere completely different apparently. So, I don't know if it's just me, but I always have a hard time hitting this eye. Like, no matter what I do, it's just one of the hardest things in this particular Divine Beast for me. But, once you get it, like, you're fine. You can just continue rolling through the temple. Oh, that was so... Oh my gosh! Stop hitting the freaking ceiling, dude! It's actually really starting to annoy... Why am I all the way back there now? I was, like, right at this edge. Alright, whatever. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. This is kind of stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyways, just because I know it'll actually end up working. So we're just gonna very slowly... Whoa, that was weird. We're just gonna, like, slowly just move ourselves back until I can get, like, a clear shot at this eye, which I don't think I can get here, so let's move it back just a little bit more. And I don't know why I shot an arrow there. That was an accident. But, alright, we're moving, so hopefully that will give us, like, enough momentum and move us back far enough. Doesn't actually look like it, so let's move back a little bit more. We'll get this eventually, guys. Alright, come on, just please hit it. There we go, thank goodness. Now, full throttle, right inside to where we need to go. Oh, man, that took, like, way longer than it should have. I apologize, guys, but... Oh, man, dude, I swear it's a lot harder than it looks. Like, let me know if you guys struggled with that one, too. Or maybe I'm just dumb and missed something completely obvious, because I swear, like, that's the only thing inside, like, the entire Divine Beast that gives me trouble. Even the boss is easier than hitting that eye for me. Anyways, 4th terminal down. Sweet. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
Just one terminal remaining. What do you know?
Heh. Yeah, you sound kind of surprised there, Rivali. Alright, so let's even this beast out and then make our way to the other wing. Only one terminal remains. Yeah, already. It feels like we just got here, even though we have kind of spent a lot of time in this Divine Beast already. It doesn't feel that way for sure, but I assure you we have. Alright, so that exit is sort of being blocked by some malice. We could glide over it, but I'll just walk around the outside because, dude, you very rarely get to see a view like this in the game where you can just sort of see everything, and it just sort of gives you a cool scope of like how high up you actually are while you're on this Divine Beast. Shooting that eye, though, does open up that pathway for us. There is no gondola on this side, so let's actually tilt the beast down and head over to where this eye is located, because if we get rid of it, I should have just waited until like the thing locked into place before I shot my arrow. There we go. Yeah, shooting this will sort of unlock this updraft, but that's actually not what we need to use. Instead, if we head right out to this thing, we can jump right off, and this will give us like enough height to glide safely right into where this final terminal is. So, let's activate it. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
That was the last terminal. Now you just need to start the main control unit. I want you to take a good look at your map. There should be a new glowing point on there. Well, flap to it.
Alright, so we're essentially done. Let's tilt the beast back down again because we need to make sure there is enough room for us to like glide safely back to the main body of this Divine Beast, which we can do in its current state, but once it gets all the way back up there, we should be able to just like jump right down to the main body. So yeah, we're sort of just gonna like grind Link's head right up against the stone wing, and there we go. So let's level this out again, since we actually can't activate the main control terminal unless the Divine Beast is leveled out. So let's wait for it to finish its movement. And now we're going to use this updraft that we created to go right to the very top of this Divine Beast, and that's where the main control terminal is. How did that even happen? Hello? There we go. That's what you're supposed to do. So, hope you guys are ready, because we're about to activate the main terminal. Let me just make sure we have like our best stuff equipped. So that's a better bow, and I will use this Guardian Sword ++. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Let's do it.
thing is one of Ganon's own, and it plays dirty. It defeated me 100 years ago, but only because I was winging it. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but you must avenge me, Link. His aim is dead on. Watch yourself.
Alright, thanks for the tip, buddy. His aim is pretty good, but I wouldn't describe it as dead on. Honestly, one of the best strategies is to use, like, this central terminal as sort of a giant blockade between you and Windblight, because it comes in handy a lot. Like, you can literally just stand behind this thing, and none of his attacks will really hit you, so always pay attention as to where he's going, and try and position yourself that way the terminal is at least blocking the path at someone. I probably shouldn't have fired there, but whatever. Also, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, if you can manage to hit him first, it will sort of, stop him from firing one of his lasers. Also, look how much damage bomb arrows are doing. Like, that is ridiculous. And oh, this is good, actually. When he's on the ground, you can... Okay, that was not what I was expecting him to do. When he gets low to the ground like that, you probably do want to go in for, like, melee attacks, just because you can end up dealing a lot of damage that way. I'm going to back up here just in case he does that weird tornado thing again, because that's really not what I was expecting him to do. Like, I know he likes to do that attack, but generally speaking, he doesn't do it like that quickly, which is kind of weird. Doesn't matter, though. We're doing pretty good with just the bomb arrows. I'm going to keep hitting him. Actually, one more hit, and that should trigger the second phase, which is good for us, because in the second phase, he travels down to the ground a lot more often, it seems. Okay, so now we really have to be careful. Really, dude? There was, like, no way I could have even saw that coming. Whatever. As I was saying, yeah, we really do need to be careful now, because those, like, extra things that he spawns, he can, like, bounce his lasers around them and sort of hit you even if you are hiding. So you kind of want to be a little bit careful where you are and where those things are. But generally speaking, he's still just as easy. I'm going to try and get in close here if I can, because if I can sort of stun him in place, I might actually be able to finish him off right here, right now. Oh my gosh, easy. Well, despite taking some damage, I would say that fight was very well done. So check it out. 13 heart containers. Well deserved. Alright, let's finish this thing off. Once you activate the main control unit, you will not be able to re-enter the interior of this Divine Beast. Do you still wish to activate it? Indeed I do.
Well, I'll be plucked. You defeated him, eh? Who would have thought? Well done. I suppose I should thank you now that my spirit is free. This returns Medoh back to its rightful owner. Don't preen yourself just for doing your job. I do suppose you've proven your value as a warrior. A warrior worthy of my unique ability. The sacred skill that I have dubbed Revali's Gale. It's now time to move on and start making preparations for Medoh's strike on Ganon. But only if you think you'll still need my help while you're fighting inside Hyrule Castle. Feel free to thank me now. Or, never mind, just go. Your job is far from finished, you know. The princess has been waiting an awfully long time. Medoh's sights are now set. You'll have a precise speed on Ganon from this vantage point. And when the time is right, give him everything you've got. Now we wait for that perfect moment. Medoh, we've been artfully patient for the last 100 years. I doubt you'll suffer a feather over a few more moments. After all these years, I simply must admit the truth. Even without the power of flight, Link made his way to this Divine Beast and accomplished something that even I could not. Guess I was wrong about how lucky he would be. I hope that luck holds out, Link, for everyone's sake.
You know, even though Revali is sort of proud and arrogant, you can't help but like the guy. He at least has that friendly competition with Link. They're both striving to make each other better, if you will. Anyways, with that, we get one of my favorite abilities in the entire game, Revali's Gale, a blusterous power born from the spirit of the champion Revali. Creates an upward draft that carries you into the sky, activate by charging jump with X. This thing is amazing for getting around and exploring the world, which is why I sort of wanted to get it second. Like, Mipha's Grace is by far one of the most, broken abilities in terms of, making this game easy. But Revali's Gale, look at this, man. Look how high that sent us. And it has 3 charges before, it needs to go on cooldown. And the cooldown's only, 10 minutes long. So, you can use this to reach so many different areas in the game world. One of the best in terms of, exploration. Anyways, let's talk to the other two, finish things off here. What's going on, my man? You have done it, and you survived at that. You conquered Divine Beast Vah Medoh. To think, the beast has taken up roost at the top of the village. It looks simply divine. If the legends are true, the light from the Divine Beast will ravage the calamity. For now, Divine Beast Vah Medoh will become the protector of this village and live on in legend alongside you. Oh yes, of course, I must reward you properly. feel free to take what you find in that treasure chest. You will get more use out of it than I. What you did was miraculous, though I should expect nothing less of one from the bloodline of a champion. Why, you are almost the equal of the very Hylian champion who fought with Master Rivali 100 years ago. All you lack is the sword that seals the darkness. They say the Hylian champion wielded the sword that seals the darkness that now sleeps deep within the forest. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Anyways, let's open up this chest before we leave and get ourselves the Great Eagle Bow. This is Rivali's bow that he himself used. It's actually a little bit stronger than our current best bow, and it has X3, meaning that it shoots like 3 arrows, but only costs like 1, so pretty dang cool. Anyways, we did just learn that our darkness sealing sword is asleep in a forest somewhere, which is more information than we got before. Now that we have 13 hearts, I think it would probably be a good idea for us to start searching for that blade and return it to its rightful owner, Link. But of course, we'll probably end up doing that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my videos, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.